So I wanted to make a video about kind of the main thing I've been thinking about recently, um, in terms of growth, and that has come up within my family recently, and it is related to hurting people's feelings. And a lot of it, we hear so much about people pleasing and how it's bad, and um, and I've realized I've always been a very obedient person, like in school and stuff. And a little bit, I have low respect for myself because I was so obedient and I took other people's preferences as law, as like as a junior high kid, as a student and stuff. And um and I'm trying to work through that and go, how do you just not care about people's needs and preferences and wants when they express it? And and so a thing that has been coming up a lot with my husband is is hurting feelings. I'll do something inadvertent and he'll tell me it hurt his feelings. And and I my question is, am I responsible for that? And because I take that heavy and strong, it I go, okay, you're bringing this to my attention, so that means I should do my best to never create that again. I like, hey, when you did that, it hurt, so please don't do that. And I go, yeah, reasonable, right? So I'll stop doing that. But sometimes it's just something that I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, you're right, I was out of control. I was acting from my own traumas and I hurt you and I'm sorry. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like, oh, I think I was just being pretty normal and something I said triggered you and I want to go, oh, that's your stuff. I don't need to do anything. And that really hurts his feelings, like really understandably, because he goes, "Hey, I've been hurt," and I go, "More hurt. Goodbye." And that also makes a lot of sense to me. Um, and then this has been mirrored with my 4-year-old son, who, when I ask him to brush his teeth, he'll burst into tears and say that hurt my feelings. And I go, okay, but I'm going to do that every day still. And I can just separate that and go, cool. The reason it hurts his feeling is because I've told him no, he can't keep playing because it's time to actually brush your teeth this time, right, like right now. And then he'll burst into tears and say, "You hurt my feelings." And I go, "I get it. You're getting a no. You're getting like your will has been some. You expressed your desire to someone, and they said that's not important enough for you not to do what I want you to do, which is brush your teeth." And I can totally understand. Like I think I had those experiences too as a kid, and I think I shoved down my hurt because people seemed annoyed if I if that was hurtful to me. And I get it because I'm like, kid, I can't not do that, so I'm just gonna not take that in. And so I've been on the wound part of that, and I've been on the perpetrator side of that. But and it's easy for me to put that distance and boundary with my kid because I'm like, yeah, I know I'm allowed to just say no, and I don't feel that bad about it. I feel confident that I still want you to brush your teeth when I say it, so we can move on with the day. But my husband, I do not feel that. I feel so mean, and at the same time, I go, this is okay. I'm okay to hear that something I did to you hurt you and just go, that's yours. But I don't think I think it feels really cold to him. And I'm kind of stuck there. And, um, and I'm trying to like transition into this part where I can treat him similar to my son, where I can go, I can have real compassion for your response there, and also not take responsibility for your response, and also not change my whole way of being so that I don't accidentally do that again. And I'm hoping, I just go, help me understand where to go here, with myself. Um, it doesn't come up often, but here's the other layer of it, which I think is common, is because my husband sees me as often going feeling cold when he does that. When he presents the I've been hurt, he's got a big protection up. So that makes it come out as victim feeling or resentment. There's kind of an anger at past me for what I did last time, because he's got some anger toward the past me who responded in a hurtful way. He's like in that anger, and I don't think he would characterize it like this, but it feels like a little bit of attack and a little bit of a um you're not being fair to me. And that's how the I've been hurt is presented, which makes me go, I'm being accused. Let me scan my life. I don't think I did anything like that. I go, oh shoot, you're right, thanks for pointing that out. I go, that was pretty normal. And so I go, okay. And I don't respond with oh my gosh, I hurt your feelings, because I put up my own wall. Basically, I put up my own wall of like, you're saying I'm a bad guy, wait, I'm not. I can hold that strong. And so yeah, so that devolves into a fight. There's a very specific fight, if you can't tell, that I'm referring to. Um, but anyway, this has been a theme throughout our marriage of this hurt feeling thing. And when I would say more immature about this, I was just kind of like in this kind of how my family was. It was just like, but that's your problem, not mine. When you're hurt, and that's the opposite of what he's hoping for. He's hoping for, I care about you. I care that I hurt your feelings. And I listened, but it just hasn't ever clicked for me. And it's been, I don't know, 2007. It's been, 16 years of marriage that I'm still just kind of like, something about this I cannot just incorporate into my being, into my way of interaction. Where yeah. And um, I saw a clip from Bashar recently about someone was describing a new relationship with someone where she would share she would share something expecting for this guy to comfort her, and he wasn't. And Bashar was like, "Why do you want him to change?" She goes, "No, I just want him to. What I guess I want him to be him to be special." And he goes, "No, you want you to be special. You want." He's just like, "Why can't you comfort yourself?" And I was like, "Wow, yeah." I mean, like if I said that to my husband when he's like, I feel hurt. I go, well, why can't you get over yourself? That would not go over well, right? Um, and I guess I'm looking for permission, is what I'm here to say. Where I do kind of believe that I shouldn't be expected to have an emotional, specific response to somebody unless I have it. I want that permission, and I'm not sure. I feel like I'm being like, in my husband's perspective, I'm putting up a wall of like, no, I'm right. No, I'm right. I don't have to apologize. And I don't I just want to be kind of neutral about it, but that's experienced as cold to him and even my kids. And I go, okay, everyone's experiencing it. I'm too cold. But I just want to be me. And then it goes back to this idea of childhood traumas of like, when was it not okay to be you, and you decided to start pleasing people to have them like you and like being around you. It's messy, right? Like where do I Where do I go? Well, this is me. Take it or leave it, and go. Or and when do I go? I see this as you, and I I don't know. I think there's this taking personally layer of it that I need to let go of, where I can just be like, I can hear it and not feel, oh no, well, maybe I am a bad person. I'm not, and then I'm being defensive to that proposition, and instead just go, oh, okay, I can see you think I'm a bad person right now. I get it. I'm not. We don't need to go down that road any further, but I can see you're hurting and I'll give you a hug for it or something. I guess that's where I'd like to be. Maybe that's where I'd like to be, because it also doesn't feel good to just be like, I ain't got to I ain't got to change. But I also want to be able to respond, even if it's neutrality, even if it's just like, oh, okay, that's not what I'm going through right now. I'm sorry you are. So maybe that's the step. Maybe that's where I need to um try. That's where I need to try the next. I feel like I'm like manifesting a fight right now so that I can try it out. Like I feel like cool. Well, in order to move forward on this, I have to pick a big fight subconsciously with my family members. Or maybe it'll never come up. Maybe I just neutralized it, and that means the fights are gone forever because I have a. It's possible, right? I wonder. We'll see what happens because I don't feel like fighting right now. Anyway, thanks for listening.